Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a lazy Sunday, kind of hang out with me. Whatever day you decide that you want to be lazy and watch this with me and kind of hang out. That was kind of the theme I was going for. So yeah, I just want to talk to you guys today about just flaws, dealing with them. How do we deal with them? Do we acknowledge our flaws? I'm sure there's things about me that I'm yet to realize and will eventually. I'm not wearing my wedding ring. I don't like that. I'm gonna put it on. Yeah, so here it is. I think the great thing about YouTube and filming is that it really allows me to view myself in a different light and like what other people see. I hope that how I'm perceived is how I view myself. Like I hope my actions align with my words and my, my character is consistent. Here we go with the camera shutting off. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it. So I think this is kind of an interesting topic because I don't think that anyone likes to admit that their personality is flawed. And I mean, I hear people say, and I even say, I'm not perfect, but do we really acknowledge our flaws? Do we take the time to reevaluate ourselves and say, what do others, how do they view me, Let me start off by like admitting some of my flaws so you can try to like, dwell on your own, Some of you may even know what they are, Some of you may not take the time to think about it. For me, one of my things, okay, so I'm a homebody, right? You guys know this. Clearly, I like to be in my bed. I like to have lazy days and cuddle and just do my own thing. I'm very much a loner. And I really love my solitude, my peace and quiet, my home time, my alone time. You get the point. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with being an introvert or being a homebody per se, but I think to others it can really come off rude. It can come off like you're a weirdo, you're non-sociable, you're all these things. But like I don't know, I guess I just think, oh, it's my personality. It's just, and we all have different personalities. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of like there comes a point where you have to evolve and you have to kind of bend and expand and grow and be flexible, and I have a hard time with that. My husband is very sociable. He considers himself an introvert, but he's definitely an extrovert in ways. Like he loves social gatherings. He loves to be around people. That's the way he gets his energy back. That's the way he recharges, is through the company of people. He's pretty balanced. For me, it's like, I never want to do anything. I laugh about it and I don't know, but if we went out to dinner like a couple times a week, like I love that. I love getting dressed up. I love doing things. I love certain events. I love hanging out with certain people and quality time and like small gatherings and stuff like that. Like, it's not that I don't like it. It's just like I prefer to be comfortable, But like I said, that is a flaw because in general in life, like you have to be around people. And I do like to be around people. Like there's just certain times that I do, certain times that I don't, but I have to be more aware of my like self, like being more aware of other people. And because the way people view you is important in a way, like to an extent. Not that we have to care about what everyone thinks about us at all times, but the way you are can affect people. How about that? Me and my husband, that's the thing. Like he'll want to do something and I don't. And that's not okay because that's an imbalance and it's not fair to my husband. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not all about you. Like if I was single and like right now I don't have children, so right now it is kind of about me, but I'm not single, I'm married, I have someone else to care about. Or you have family, you have friends, and you have to be more open to being flexible. Like we'll go to even my family's house, like we'll go there for a little while and have a good time and, eat and talk and stuff. And then I'm like, yeah, time to go. You gotta go. And my husband's like, no, a little longer, like, It's a flaw. It is. I'm sorry, it's a flaw, because I need to get over it. Get over yourself, you know? Another flaw is being inconvenienced. Whew, do I hate being inconvenienced. I think that I've gotten a little better with this, but there's always growth. There's always room for growth, because I love my mornings, and I'm so blessed to have my mornings. Don't get me wrong, my flexible schedule and, you know, my work and stuff, I get my mornings. So thank you, Lord. And I don't have children yet, so I'm gonna try to enjoy this as much as I can. But when I am inconvenienced, like if there's an early morning, something we have to do, you know, like I am not a morning person. Like, you don't want to be near me in the morning. Like, I'm just not. And I want to be. Like, I enjoy my mornings when I'm alone. You know what I mean? And I can be a morning person when I'm alone. When I have somewhere to be, or I have to talk, or I have to like be around other people, it's just, it's not a pretty picture. I feel like if I'm somewhere, like let's just say like an early church service or something, and my husband's speaking somewhere, like I feel bad because like I'm just like sitting there like quiet, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything. It's just like I'm just not a morning person. I can't sit there and talk or just be like peppy, you know what I mean? Like I have to kind of wake myself up and get into my routine. And if my routine's like all messed up, I'm just like not myself. Anyway, that's one aspect of being inconvenienced, or just like having a ton of things to do in one day. Like it gives me like anxiety, and I'm like, oh no, I can only do 2 things today. Like I have to it has to be smooth. Like, girl, get it together. It's funny, like I laugh about it, but at the same time, it's a flaw. Like, I'm sorry, if you are so inconvenienced over the stupidest things, like if you feel so overwhelmed, like you have a problem. Yeah. Another thing, I think that I'm actually super happy and grateful that I feel that God has been working on me in this area, being judgy and judging other people. And I never thought I was. I really never thought I was. But I look back at myself and my growth, and I'm like, wow, I really, really did judge people. And it's something that I'm constantly telling myself, don't judge them. You are so flawed. You know what I mean? And me and my husband sometimes have conversations, and we'll both catch them and be like, hey, don't judge. You're being judgy. And we're like, yeah, you're right. Like, it's gotta stop. But I think over time, God has really worked on that. On me, with that. And just me making mistakes, and me dealing with certain things and different obstacles in my life that I've personally went through in myself, that have opened my eyes to that, and opened my eyes to how imperfect I am, and have really humbled me. So I am grateful for the hard times. I'm grateful for the times that I was able to be forced to look at myself because I've made mistakes. They're just the things that I've dealt with in my life, and the obstacles have made me realize that we're all human. We're all human, and no one will ever be perfect. And no matter what happens, no matter what the circumstances, no matter how bad it is, the thing that they're doing, like, we're human. It doesn't make it okay. It's just that, like, do not judge anyone. Don't judge anyone, because you have no idea the circumstances they're in, or what they're dealing with in the moment, or their own, you know, personal demons and stuff. I don't know. But anyway, so that was a flaw of mine, you know what I mean? And it wasn't something that I thought was a big flaw, but God opened my eyes to it. Whatever it is that you're faced with that, you know, is a challenge or a flaw for you, I just want to encourage you to constantly try to reevaluate situations and yourself and what you can work on, because you can't change anyone else. No matter, we can always blame it on everyone else or situations, but at the end of the day, all we can work on is ourselves. That's it. And I've come to realize that, like, I cannot change anyone. I cannot change the way they handle themselves, or their emotions, or how they perceive themselves. I can only change myself, and I can only work on myself and improve myself. So try your hardest to be the best you, and always work on yourself. You're never gonna stop growing. Like, and if you think you're done growing, then that's an issue, because there's always room for growth and improvement. And that's what I gotta tell myself constantly, you know? And when I don't tell myself, you know who does? The man upstairs. I obviously don't have a solution. I don't have the answers to how to fix your flaws. Have an open heart and open mind, and be willing to change, because that's what makes us better people, and better people to be around, and have a more consistent character. But that being said, yes, first step is acknowledging it, but the key to it is action. So that's the most struggling aspect of it. How do we change? How do we grow? And I think action, taking action, doing things that you don't typically do, getting out of your comfort zone, being more flexible, being more open to caring about what other people think or what they say and how they view you, as long as it's to benefit you and as long as it's to make you a better person, obviously, and not to make you upset that, you know, people look at you a certain way. So just be open to growth, and you will. Comment below your thoughts, what you think, how you can work on your flaws, how do you work on them, do you think you have things to work on, is this interesting to you? Love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video. If you're new to my channel, I have videos every Wednesday and Saturday, so stay tuned. Follow me on other social media, and I will see you in my next. I think I'll be putting up a vlog, so bye guys. Happy Sunday!